having a hard time of it now, you know. He spends more time at doghouse than you whippets do.
Who?
Jack over there, look at her now. He's got him pinned up against the wall again.
So what, they're married, aren't they?
Isn't that typical, eh? 5 minutes married to her and she's got him under her thumb all
Go on, don't try and tell me you're boss in your house.
How the heck do I know? I never spend enough time there to find out, do I? I'm beginning to doubt it, though, you know. I'm not kidding. Yesterday I was sitting in front of the fire and Nellie comes in with me bangers and me egg and she plonks it down in front of me. She stands back, looks at me straight in the eye and says, Sam?
Oh, and who's he when he's at all?
I wish I knew, mate. Hey, what's Lady Chatterley on about now?
No, that's none of our business. They're simply having a discussion.
Well, I thought there was a bit of something going on there. Hey, did you see Frank's face when he went out? No. You could have struck matches on it.
What do you mean going on at you? If I didn't keep going on at you, we wouldn't have a customer left in the place.
Well, how was I to know Frank Barlow knew note about it? In any case, it's only you who says he doesn't.
I'll say it again if you don't mind, and keep your voice down. It's bad enough telling Frank Barlow about his son's business. You've no need to tell the rest of the customers. Trouble with you is you're too fond of the sound of your own voice. And you can say E, all right. Frank Barlow had hardly set foot in this place when you started on him. Sorry we can't give your Kenneth a job. How did he come to pack up his other job? And it's no use saying you thought he knew. If you'd had one look at his face, instead of listening to the sound of your own voice, you'd have seen how much he knew.
All right, then, I'm sorry.
It's no use apologising to me. What you want to do is apologise to Kenneth Barlow. You've put that lad in a right pickle.
Oh, Ken, I've put the tea caddy on the draining board. I didn't like to put it away in case you couldn't find it.
Okay, I'll see to it.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, what's so funny about that?
You sound just like Val. She's always telling me not to worry.
Well, it's good advice, isn't it?
No, it's not. If people worried a bit more, the world wouldn't get in such a mess.
Oh, pardon me. I hadn't thought to put Kenneth Barlow's problem in the same class as the H-bomb.
Well, you can, because they both come from people not understanding each other.
Oh, he's got to start understanding her. Hello, Frank, love. Your tea's just ready. Come and sit yourself down.
It's all right, Esther. I'll get it myself, thanks.
Oh, no, what you do is you tell. Come on, put your pipe out and sit down.
Esther, I said I'd get it myself. So, I know it's very, very nice of you and all that, but I'm... Well...
Well, suit yourself. Something else you'd like me to do before I go?
No, thank you.
I told you about the tea, didn't I, Ken?
Yes.
There's a fresh pot and your father's dinner's in the oven.
Oh, right, thanks.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, go on, say something.
Well, it's nothing to do with me, but you needn't have hurt her like that. She's only doing her best to help while Val's away.
Are you trying to tell me how to behave?
Oh, now, look.
Because if you are, you can cut it out, my lad. You've told me how to behave for the last time.
Now, what are we on about?
I'll tell you what we're on about. Where have you been all day, eh? Ah, you might well look at me like that. Go on, ask me how I found out. Go on, ask me.
How did you find out?
You cheeky young devil. I'll tell you how I found out. In a pub. In a public house, that's how I found out. I stood at that bar, the rope was returned when that Walker fella told me things about my own son I never knew.
Look...
He told me that you packed up your job and gone crawl into him for work. After everything
Look, if you let me get a word in edgeways, I'll tell you about it.
You're too late, lad. I've already heard.
Not my side, you haven't.
Go on, then.
Look, Dad, your tea's getting cold.
I'm waiting.
All right. I resigned because it wasn't my kind of job. And because if I'd been there for 1,000 years, I've never got used to the idea that the firm is bigger than the people in it. Now, if there's any blame attached to that, I'll take it. Maybe there is something wrong with me, but if there is, I don't want to change it.
Well, go on.
I've finished.
Oh, no, you're not. You're far from finished, lad. You can give up as many jobs as you like till the right one comes along, but you haven't told me yet why I'm the last one in the neighbourhood to hear about it. Don't come that cock and bull story. This is the first time this has ever happened. What about all that story about that teaching job you never got?
Who told you about that?
Never mind about who told me. I know who should have told me. Perhaps you haven't got a very great opinion of me, but I am your father, and don't you forget it.
No, I don't forget that. There's something else I don't forget, too, something you once told me. That if no son were cleverer than his father, we'd still be writing on cave walls. Well, if I were you, I'd accept that, because you can't have it both ways.
Hey, is John Ken in?
Oh, yes, come in.
Is it in? Hello there. Now, about that job you're asking me about, I'm going up to the club
what's
later.
all this about?
This is a private...
I'm not talking to you. I said, what's all this about?
It's just a job your Ken were on about. I said I'd ask for him at club, you see.
Well, he's changed his mind, so there's not much point in your stopping.
Now, look!
You better go.
Oh, all right then. It's all right.
You can thump about as much as you like, but I'm going to tell you this. If you think I'm going to let you go begging to that young layabout, after all the sacrifices I've made, you can think again.
That's all you think about, isn't it? I suppose I'm going to hear that for the rest of my life.
You'll hear about it until I feel fit to stop.
And when's that? When I'm chained to some job I hate the sight of. When you can turn round to your precious pal and say, oh, aye, my lad's doing very well. He's a little cog in a big machine, and he wears a white collar, and he brings in 20 quid a week.
You does.
And he had some damn fool idea about going in for teaching, but I soon talked him out of that. Oh, yes, there's another speech you haven't made, too. You haven't said that she wouldn't like to hear us going on like this. Well, she didn't like it while she was alive, you know, but that didn't stop you, did it?
Shut your mouth!
When I'm ready this time. You can't understand why I want to take any job I can get, can you? I've sat at that table for 4 years listening to you going on about keeping me in idleness. Well, I'm not going to give you another chance. I'll sweep the streets, but I'll put money on that table and pay for my food and keep. Or I'll get out altogether.
Hello, Ken.
Hello. Mr. Hewitt?
Yeah?
Do you take on temporary staff at your depot, you know, conductors?
Aye, sometimes. You know, it's seasonal mostly. Summer, Christmas rush, times like that.
Oh, so now's a good time to apply for it?
Yeah. Why, a pal of yours want a job?
Yes, sir. Very good pal of mine. Me.
Where's that then?
That's Beirut, that, love, just before we sailed in, you know, to show the flag.
Who's that girl?
That's just one of the friendly natives, though.
Ah, she's not the only one that's getting friendly
That's
either,
part
is
of
she?
the job, that is, you know. Old Len, the ambassador, used to call us. Before we dropped our anchor, the old man got us all together and he says, don't forget, you're all British sailors. And I want you to act like they expect British sailors to act.
I went out with a sailor once.
There you are, then you know what I'm talking about.
What are you doing to your love?
Oh, he's showing me photographs of his war
Well, if only you can show his pictures of his honeymoon, I can bring these out, can I?
Hey, don't let him lead you astray.
I'd have a job.
Hey, Ivan.
Yes?
Seen anything of Doreen yet?
Not yet. I don't think she's coming in tonight.
Oh, Wick, I'd better go and see what she's playing at. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, love.
Could I have a word with you, Mr. Walker?
Well, of course you can, lad. What is it?
You know, a few days ago I asked you if I could go early. Linda wants to visit a friend.
Oh, aye, so you did. Well, when do you want to get off now?
If it's all right.
I'll just take up with Mrs. Walker. Annie?
Where are all those beer mats disappearing to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I do. I told that rep when he came round that if the brewery would issue cards with chorus girls on, they couldn't blame us if they vanished, didn't I? Now, I've proved my point. There are none gone from the snug where no men get in. They're all gone from here and the select.
All right, I'll get some more out.
Well, mind you get plain ones then. What did you want before?
I've been trying to tell you for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, I see. You didn't want me to tell you about the mats then. You wanted me to keep quiet until they'd all gone. Then the wall decorations would have been disappeared, the tables, the chairs. We'd have been left standing here without a stick of furniture.
Now, look here,
Ivan,
Annie.
love, will you go and get the mats? They're in a brown paper parcel under the stairs.
You stay here, lad. That's what I want to see you about. Ivan wants to get off early tonight. He asked me about it early in the week, and I said it was all right.
Well, that's all there is to it then, isn't it?
It's Linda, you see. She's a friend, a lady she met at the clinic when she was taking Paul. And she was asking Linda if she would like to visit her.
Aye, tonight.
I've gathered that. Well, tell me, love, how is it going on about this sort of emigration business?
Oh, yes, it's all in the,
In the air?
in the air. Linda's quite very keen on going.
I see, love. And does Linda's mother know about it?
No, we haven't told her because she has many upsets lately with those letters and things.
I know. Well, run along, Ivan. Tell Linda we hope she has a good time.
Thank you very much.
So long,
Thank you.
love.
Well, did you hear that?
Of course I am.
Well, don't look at me as though I'm daft. I asked that question specially for your benefit, you know.
What question?
Whether Elsie Tanner knew they were thinking of going to Canada, and she doesn't. So we'll keep it that way, shall we? We won't have you doing a Frank Barlow on her. I want no more rows with that woman.
Hey, are we still on that?
Yes, we are still on that. And another thing, next time a member of the staff asks you for a night off, please consult me first.
Hello, Harry.
Hello, man.
Hello, love. Did you bring the snacks?
Aye, they're all there.
Yeah, and don't forget what I told you about them.
Aye, all right. I took all those with the heads chopped off.
I'm sure they're lovely.
Hey, pint?
No, just all.
Aye, you got the missus watching, have you? It's your own fault, you know. You married the woman. I told you outside the church there's no point in going in, but you know, you would have to go in, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and a good job he did, too.
Get out of it.
Hey, I was just talking to Ken Barlow.
Aye?
Yeah, do you know what he's after? What? Job on the buses.
Get away.
It's a fact.
By gum, he must be hard up, isn't he?
Hear that?
Yeah, what?
Young Kenneth Fowler still touting for jobs, and from the sound of it, he's not particular what he takes.
Oh, well, serves him right. Beggars can't be choosers. He should have thought of that before he gave his notice in.
Got the push, you mean? Oh, I knew he wouldn't last 5 minutes at that job. You know, there's more to it than having it up here, you know. You've got to live in a road and have wrought iron gates.
You're only saying that because you know our Lily's got wrought iron gates.
Have it as you like, I'll still keep on saying it. That's been waiting for you for half an hour.
Oh, I just got into Swindler's before they shut.
So you shop there?
Well, sometimes they got some nice new stock in.
They want to get some nice new stock serving on them two. Couldn't run a tap. Anyway, shut up for a minute, we're discussing something. I believe Jack Walker let the cat out of the bag.
Aye, I've heard that.
It's coming to something when father and son fall out.
Oh, I was just talking about that to Mr. Swinley. He says it'll be very dangerous, that fallout from the big bombs the Russians keep letting off. Mr. Swinley says it'll be quite drastic.
Did he? That settles it then. We're safe as houses. Have you got in there, a ferret?
No. Well, what is it then?
Oh, let her have secrets, I would.
I thought I'd treat myself.
Did you?
Would you like to see it?
Bye. Go.
Credit with respectability.
It's a very good catchphrase.
No, it's more than that, Miss Nugent. It's the golden key that will open the door to success. But hard work must play its part. Tomorrow, Miss Nugent, you'll be left in sole command whilst I go out into the field.
Into the where, Mr. Swindley?
The field, it's a technical term employed by representatives. The great outdoors, the wide open spaces.
Oh, I see.
I wonder if you could assist me. I've been brushing up my sales talk recently. I understand the training in such matters is extremely rigorous and should be carried out in as nearly as possible a duplication of the surroundings. Would you mind just coming this side of the counter? Most ladies usually loll against the doorpost. Would you mind just lolling against the car? Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
My name is Swindley of Swindley's Drapery Stores. No doubt you've passed our premises.
Oh, yes, I have quite often.
Please, Miss Nugent.
Sorry.
No doubt you've passed our premises and noticed that we have a new departure in our trading system. We no longer rely or insist on cash. We now a small deposit will ensure any goods which you may wish to choose. The rest to be... Something wrong, Miss Newton?
Oh, no, Mr. Swindley. I think it works. I do, really. I'd have bought something off you already.
Oh, really? Oh, well, thank you very much, Miss Newton. That's most heartening. Well, let's get along home. You have cashed up, I suppose?
Yes, 14 and 7 pence.
Yes, a trifling amount, Miss Nugent, but indicative. One must cast one's bread upon the waters.
Just look at that. And that, mark you, was modernised from the 17th century in.
Oh, very nice.
Well, have a good look at it, because by the time our place is finished, that's what it's going to look like.
Oh, all right.
And don't go.
But I'm just talking to Harry.
Yes, well, I think it'd look better off if you didn't.
Oh, why not?
Oh, well, of course, I wouldn't expect you to notice. But ever since Conceptor came in here to give us a hand out, he's never been out of the place.
Well, he's married to the woman, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he's married to her, and he's also got a 12-year-old girl at home. What's happening to her all this
Yeah, I
time?
don't know.
No, what I do, she's alone in that house. That's what's happening to her.
Well, she'll be all right.
Oh, will she? Did we leave our Joan and Billy at that age? We did not. We never left them alone for a minute until Joan was over 15. Well, you know it.
Well, kids get older quicker these days, and any road, it's none of our business.
Oh, yes, it is our business. Do you think I want to be pointed out in the street as a woman who encourages parents to leave their children? Indeed, I don't. And there's another thing, Jack Walker. We could have the scruff of the neighbourhood coming in here spending their money, but we won't have it, will we? This is the same sort of thing. It's an obligation. You go and have a word with him.
Oh, I'm blowed if I will.
Hey,
But sure.
No, I'm just going to check on Lucille. I don't know, Conceptor's had me on the go all night. Didn't have to be here every 15 minutes. It's the last time I come in here without a sitter, I can tell you. It's too hard on the feet. I tell you. Oh, and I'll bring that paper in. I'll show you played outside, right? In a bit.
My gum, I should have put my foot in it if I'd said out, shouldn't I?
Hello, hello.
Hello, love.
I thought you'd just like to know I've been round to see Doreen. She's still in bed.
Oh, dear, what is it exactly?
Well, we don't really know. It's a stomach.
Oh, I'm not surprised the things she puts in it. Thank you for letting us know,
That's all right.
anyway.
Hey, Len,
Hey?
do you know any girls?
I wondered, why?
Well, I've got a spare ticket for Ad and Faith. I should have been going with Doreen.
Well, you're all right by yourself, aren't you?
What do you want me to do? Talk to me handbag?
You won't be talking. Adam will be there, sending out waves.
Oh, I can just see me screaming at myself. Tra.
Ta-da.
Right, Ken, I says I'll let you know. If I hear of anything going, I'll let you know.
Yeah, well, pull the other one. It's got bells on.
It is straight. He's after another job. He just packed his old one in and he wants something to tide him over till he gets one teaching.
And he asked you?
Yeah, why shouldn't he? You don't have to go to university, to have connections. Why shouldn't he ask me for a job I got dead stone, what?
Biggest mistake you ever made. You should have got him one travelling as far away from here as he could possibly get.
Shut up.
Anybody in? Yes, love, come in. Get your shirt on.
Oh, are you busy?
No, not really. My son's just finishing the ablutions. Apart from that, we're doing that. I said, get your shirt on.
I'm daring it. Oh, look, you're sitting on it. Look, it's all...
Are you going out, Dennis?
Yeah, why?
Oh, I've got a spare ticket for Adam Faith.
Oh, wait.
Well, don't tell me you can't go.
Well, I said I'd be early at club.
Oh, well, it don't matter. Hey, do you fancy it, Esther?
Well, I wouldn't say no normally, but I've got my shoes off, love, and I don't think I'll ever get them on again. You know how it is.
Oh, well, that's all right, then.
Well, how about Esther, then?
Oh, well, she's going out, I think.
Oh.
Don't matter, I'll go on my own.
Oh, Chris, before you go, hey, have you heard about Kenneth Barr?
Yeah, it's all over the street. He's packed that job of his in. Did you get him fixed up at the club?
See, I told you.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Kenneth Barlow, top lad of Bessie Street, sponging off your Dennis.
What's wrong with that?
Never mind, love. We all know you were the strongest lad in the class, at the bottom, holding all the others up.
I weren't bottom. Fred Hines were bottom.
Hey, Chris, what was he like at school?
Oh, Dennis, dead thick.
You'll be pleased at the improvement then, won't you?
Well, you couldn't do much else, could you, love, really? Tra.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
Now what?
I was just thinking about you, that's all. You're coming up in the world, aren't you? High society, next stop Buckingham Palace. Kenneth Barlow, eh?
Hey, I don't know. It beats me. The lad's had a university education. Do you think his pride would stop him, let alone out else? Going round to every Tom, Dick and Harry and neighbour and begging for a job. Yeah. I don't know, it beats me.
Where's he gone, did he say?
Tell you the truth, Albert, I don't know, and sometimes I don't think I care.
Hey, now, Frank, you mustn't do that.
Well, Albert, it knocks the heart out of you.
You know, sometimes I wonder whether young'uns gain a bit by getting older or whether it's us as lose something. Any road, there's a heck of a sight difference between us. And the funny thing is, you know, when we look back on our young days, we never seem to have put a foot wrong. We must have been the right lot of jesses.
But you can't say that, Albert. I mean, I never acted like that when I was his age.
No, none of us did, dearest all.
You wouldn't think I'd begrudged every penny I'd ever spent on him.
Now, that's certain. If your Ken said that, he said it without thinking.
But why? I mean, why didn't he think before he spoke? I know I don't always, but then I haven't had the education that he's had. I mean, that's what education's for. I don't know, Albert. What's wrong with him?
Well,
Or me, for that matter.
I could go on talking all night, but it wouldn't make any sense. No, the plain truth is, you see, that we're getting older, and as I said a minute since, we lose something. And the older we get, the more we lose.
Albert. Albert. You don't think he's gone for good, do you?
No, it's all right. I'll make this one
Just
last.
one, then.
You've had enough, too.
Hey, that's against the house, you know. What would he do if he heard you going against the house, you know?
For heaven's sake.
You can't help thinking about the Barlows, love. Must have been a terrible shock to Frank.
Ah, no, I should have known better than tell him.
Now, you couldn't have known, love, and I shouldn't have gone on at you. It's just that I wish there was something we could do.
Oh, well, there isn't, and we've had our share of this sort of thing, you know, and we wouldn't have thanked anybody for butting in.
Tea, please.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Chris. I didn't see you there.
What are you doing here?
Ah, okay. Whew. Chilly, isn't it?
Yeah, I brought this to warm my hands on, really.
Yeah, good for you. You been out somewhere?
Yeah, I've been to see Adam Faith.
Oh, good.
Oh, it was all right. We had to go on my own. Not much cut when you go by yourself, is it?
No.
You got the time?
10:30. Oh, that's all right. You all right for buses?
Well, if you are, I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
The last one's at 11 o'clock, then there's the all-nighters.
Oh. Not bad, this tea, is it?
No. Hey, I hear you packed your job in.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could. There's nothing worse than a job you hate the sight of, day in, day out. You know, you'd think everybody in the world had raincoats, but they keep popping up. I'm dead good at airing the troubles, you know, best in our street.
Have you ever left home?
No. But then I've lived by myself most of the time, so there's nothing to leave, really. I mean, it's not home you leave, it's people.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought you'd stay in Coronation Street. Do you remember I was home with kids at Bessie Street? We used to get together for religious instruction. I remember looking at you then and thinking, you won't stay around here for long.
Oh, I'm not leaving because of that.
Yeah, I was set on it then.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I suppose I would be, but then I wouldn't have the same reasons as you, would I? That's what being educated does for you. You should never have done it.
Perhaps not.
I was never much good at school anyway. 2 months after I was 15, I was in a raincoat factory setting sleeves, and I've been there ever since. Tell you what I am for, though. I'm all for people being happy. Not that I've had much practice. But you know, I was in the Rovers tonight, and there was Harry Hewitt there and Len Fairclough, and if you'd given them the moon, they couldn't have been happier. Makes you wonder if you're not keeping yourself, doesn't it?
Depends what it takes to make you happy, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Does Val know you're going?
No,
Well, how do you think she'll feel?
I don't know.
Well, I know how I'd feel if I was keen on a fella and I went away, and when I come back, he'd gone.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll say. Hey, answer me something, will you?
What?
Who's cheering her up? I've been to London, you know.
Have you?
Yeah, I went on a day trip once by myself. I didn't see out. I just walked and walked. I didn't know where to go. I ended up at a news theatre and saw Tom and Jerry through 3 times. Hey, what time is it?
7 minutes, dear.
Oh, I'm all right then.
Oh, it's quite a way to the bus station.
I'll get the 107 from the bottom of the approach and walk from Clifton Street. I'll be on in 5 minutes.
Oh.
What time's your train?
11 o'clock.
Oh, well, we've got 7 minutes then, haven't we?
Yeah.
Are you coming up, love?
Oh, in a minute. And you can cheer up, you can. You're not going to bed with a face like that.
It's the only one I've got.
Oh, it's not the only expression you can put on it, though.
I don't know, everything seems to have gone wrong today.
Oh, I've had enough of it, too.
Wonder where our Billy is.
Ah, that's more like it. If you're going to worry yourself, worry about your own.
One thing about our Billy, he was always a cheerful lad, wasn't he? You know, I think it's temperament that counts. Kenneth Barlow's very moody.
Here we go again. Go on, get off to bed.
I love.